What's up, everyone? This is Jerry from the StogieReview.com, bringing you another video cigar review. And this week, I'm bringing you, last week I did a famous, the Honduran Classic by Rocky Patel, which is a exclusive over at Famous Smoke Shop. So I'm bringing another Famous Smoke Shop only cigar that's kind of becoming my everyday cigar smoke. It's very affordable, and that's the Famous Dominican 2000. I know everybody's pretty much familiar with the famous Nicaraguan 3000 that gets rave reviews, but I'm going to go ahead and review the famous Dominican 2000. This is the Corona size. It comes in at 5 and 3/4 inches long with a 43-inch ring gauge. They come in bundles of 20. Like I said, they're only available at Famous Smoke. These bundles of 20 run you about $32 plus applicable shipping, I guess. So as you can see, 20 cigars for $32 is what, $1 and change, less than $2 a cigar. So it's a very economical smoke, very affordable cigar, and I've been smoking the heck out of these for the past couple weeks here. They're not very pretty to look at. I'm not sure what kind of picture here, but you can see kind of it tries to be as smooth as possible, but you could see some vein areas and some rough spots here on the wrapper. Speaking of the wrapper, it's a Connecticut wrapper. I don't know what the binder is, but I'm going to assume it's a Dominican binder, and I know by the name, this is a Dominican 2000. It's got Dominican filler. So with that, I'm going to take a quick production break, grab all my gear, come back, and we'll start enjoying this famous Dominican 2000 when I return. So hang tight. All right, I am back. As you can see, puffing away here at my famous Dominican 2000. Now, Walt did a review of this cigar back last year, I believe July of 2007. Walt did a review. He didn't give it a bad review. I think when you watch his review, you have to take it with a grain of salt that Walt doesn't really care for Dominican cigars too much. They just don't do it for him. So, but I don't think his review, he gave it a bad review of the cigar. I think he just said, it was a decent cigar that just didn't fit the flavor profile that he enjoys. That's one great thing about, not to toot the Stogie Review's horns here, but I think that's one thing that's great about Stogie Review is, Walt, myself, and Brian, we each have a different profile of flavors. We each like different types of cigars. Walt's more of a Cameroon kind of guy, more of a full body guy, and myself, I'm kind of more of a medium body cigar at most. And Brian Hewitt, he's just all over the place. He's hard to figure out. He's crazy, I tell you, crazy. Anyways, yeah, and with the famous 2000 here, famous Dominican 2000, to say it's a medium body cigar is kind of a stretch. It's more towards that mild bodied cigar experience there. Like I said in my opening, it's not very much to look at here. It fits that standard bundled cigar profile where one cigar will look really great, another cigar will look kind of bumpy. There's no real consistency with how the cigar actually looks in the condition of the wrapper. I haven't had a bad experience with the wrapper falling apart or any kind of construction issue. They've always burned pretty straight on me here. Minimum relighting. Not like, if you follow me on Twitter, if you're not on Twitter, you should get on there. And I'm Jay Cruz, and then from me you get to everybody else. If you're the folks on Twitter, I usually Twitter what I'm smoking at the time when I'm talking to everybody else. And early in the week, I was smoking a Rocky Patel Vintage 99, the Connecticut Vintage 99. And man, sure enough, I started smoking that guy, and about an inch or two in, maybe an inch and a half in, snap, crackle, pop, that thing just kind of busted on me here, and I shared a picture of it with the folks over on Twitter. But like I said, so far I haven't had a bad experience here with the famous 2000 bundled cigar. Initial flavors, you kind of get a sweet and salty You kind of get a sweetness from the wrapper, but then kind of a saltiness from the. So it's kind of like a sweet salty experience. Not bad, not bad at all. I know I personally enjoy that kind of flavors, and just kind of a creaminess to it here up front. So it's a good flavors, great flavors, and like I've said, I think I'm on my second bundle of these at $32 a bundle for 20. I mean, you really can't go, you really can't go wrong with that. But anyways, I'm gonna sit back, enjoy my Famous Dominican 2000, and I'll check back with you when I hit about the halfway point and go from there. So hang tight, folks. All right, I am back. A little past the halfway point on my Famous Dominican 2000. It's going pretty good on the flavor side. After about the first third, it started developing this nutty flavor to go along with that creaminess that I was talking about first, and that sweet, salty tobacco taste. Not so much salty, more now it's gotten more sweet, more creamy, more nutty. It's just turned into a pretty decent, pretty solid cigar smoke. And one thing that price point wise, I mean, when you factor in the flavors you're getting on this, and the fact that it's less than $2 a cigar for the bundle of 20, it's you really can't go wrong with it if the flavor profile fits you there. Really enjoying it. Lots of thick smoke. A nice draw. A little bit on the loose side, I would say, but not too loose. It's a fast burner too. I'm a naturally fast smoker, but even for me, this guy seems to burn really fast. Even while it's resting and I'm not actively smoking it, it seems to have a life of its own there, kind of like all wildfire like. But like I said, it's going great. Really enjoying it. I really just can't get over the price tag and the price tag. And when I taste that flavor profile, I mean, it's amazing. I know a lot of people rave about the Nicaraguan 3000, and that in itself is a great cigar as well. But don't underestimate the Famous Dominican 2000 if you're looking for a nice mild cigar there. Real quick, a couple of shout outs. Just one shout out to the Stogie Baby. I know we don't have a link on the site, but if you listen to the Cigar Alliance podcast a few episodes ago, he talked about Chris Trotta talked about the Stogie Baby. Great guy. He's actually on Twitter, and we've been talking on Twitter, and he was nice enough on his site, stogiebaby.com, to put up a little post about SIDS awareness. National SIDS Awareness Day was this past Friday, and Dennis was nice enough to put a little post up there for me and draw a little attention to SIDS Awareness Day. So that was really great, and he's a fun guy to talk to over there over on Twitter. So if you're not on Twitter, like I keep saying it week after week, you're really missing out. Even Bob from Dogwatch Cigar Radio is on Twitter now. So it's getting pretty cool. Talk to a lot of people. I have about 67 exactly people following me, and it's a lot to keep up with. I don't know how some of these guys, some of these more famous guys like Leo Laparte or whatever, who follow like 2,000-3,000 people. It's just crazy how you can keep track of that many people. But it's fun times. It's really fun times. What else have I been smoking? I mentioned earlier about the Rocky Patel Vintage 99. That was just a clusterfuck. Just so, maybe I shouldn't talk bad about Rocky Patel in videos anymore, because the Rocky Patel god seemed to curse me these past couple times I've lit up a Rocky Patel. Kind of not performed well for me. I've also smoked, and I'm working on a review of this cigar because it's an amazing cigar. By Tatuaje. I'm gonna foobar the name here, but it's Cajono 2003. I'll put a little thing down what I'm trying to say here. Maybe if you're watching, you know how to. If I'm saying the word wrong or incorrectly, you can send in a MP3 file or something like that and tell me how it's really pronounced. But my interpretation is a Tatuaje Cajono 2003. And man, that's just a lovely, lovely, amazing cigar that I'm just in love with. Also smoked the 2006 version of it. And I liked it. The 2006 and I will be good friends, but man, the 2003 and I are going to be soulmates for a long, long time. Other than that, I've smoked a bunch of different stuff. A couple Arcanese, Maduro Chairmans, which is awesome. You know, I joke with people that my holy trinity of cigars is Tatuaje, La Flor Dominicana, and Arganese, and it seems like any of those cigars, anything that comes out of those three lines, I just can't get enough of. So that's what I've been smoking recently. That's about it. So I'm gonna continue to smoke my Famous Dominican 2000. Come back in the final third, close this up, and a few announcements at the end. Episode 32 of YQMA is coming up, so we'll talk about that. So hang tight, and well, it went out. I'll relight and catch you on the flip side. All right, I am back. Trying to keep this video not too long. For a few things before I close out this review and give my final thoughts on the Famous Dominican 2000. Like I said before the break, YQMA 32 is coming up. We're actually filming this on Wednesday. This video will show on Monday, so you have about a day, maybe a day and a half at most, to get your questions into us here. I'm making my return to YQMA along with Walt and Brian Hewitt and Ed and Tom. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be one of the greatest shows, one of the greatest YQMA shows ever. So please, take some time and submit a question here for us. Even if it's something we covered before, we've been doing this now. We've been doing YQMA now for over a year, and our palates have changed. Our opinions on subjects might have changed since previously, if it's a subject that we've already covered. So, really, it's fair games. Don't feel like you have to come up with an original question that's never been asked before. We're more than happy to revisit any kind of cigar question for us here. Also, I want to apologize to Carlos in New Jersey. I know I was supposed to let him know that I was going to be recording my review here, and I was trying to get Ustream hooked up here so we can smoke and talk together. But for whatever reason, Ustream just wasn't working for me here. It just kept saying it couldn't find a server or whatever when it tried to go live. Anyways, all in all, the Famous Dominican 2000 is a really solid cigar. It's a really bargain cigar. I mean, like I said, less than $2 a cigar for a bundle of 20 from Famous Smoke. You really can't go wrong. I mean, great construction, besides that little, besides it going out there right before the last break. But straight burn, easy draw, great flavors. You probably won't like the final third. I know that's where I kind of start shying away from smoking it, because it kind of gets real salty and harsh. That creaminess and that nuttiness have pretty much completely faded in the final third, and it's just really harsh and really saltiness. I don't really, I don't know who really does care for those kind of flavors. But the first third, second third are great. When you get to this final third, it starts to get away from that, and that's probably about the time when you're not going to enjoy the cigar as much. I know that's when I do. But like I said, for the price and for the flavors, you really can't go wrong. This being your everyday cigar, if you're going to just be putting around the yard. I don't want to call it a yard guard, because I think it's better than that. But if you're putting around the house or just chilling, watching TV, or whatever, even if you're getting together with some buddies who don't normally smoke cigars, I don't think they will find this offensive. I think it's an easy smoke, easy flavors for anyone for the beginner to pick up, and still enjoyable for those with more refined palates. So hey, give it a try. So I haven't been disappointed with it. Only one thing is the packaging. It comes in a bundle, and they put like a little. I should have kept it, but they put a little sticker. I wouldn't say a sticker, but yeah, it's a sticker, but cigar-ish sticker label at the bottom, and then these come in cellophane. So on the bottom, it kind of sticks to that sticker, and it's just kind of hard to pain in the ass to get out. But that's just, I guess, it's just more annoying to me than anything else. But whatever. Don't mind me. The cigar is great. Solid cigar. I think if your flavor profile matches mine, you'll enjoy it in the morning, or it's just a great anytime cigar, I should say. It'll fit the bill. So if you haven't checked these out, I know sometimes Famous run deals where they'll give 5 packs of these away when you order something else. So keep an eye out for that, and I think you'll like it. So that is that. So until next time, folks, as always, I'm loving doing these reviews. I love being back in the action. So I love you guys watch it. I love the comment low. So I love you all. So until next time, folks. Until next week. Long ashes. Who the fuck's the stop button?
Hay que cosechar para alimentar.
Oui, parlez français. Oui, parlez français. Oui, parlez français.
Dis-moi là, salon, oui, monsieur.
Bonsoir.